Hello friends, and welcome to Gardening with Creekside. Today we're going to spend a little bit more time here in the signature garden. If you see us randomly swatting at things, the yellow jackets are extremely active today. The sun is out and it is warm, and they are very active. So if we randomly start, you know why. All right, so what are we gonna do? Well, we're just gonna spend some time. We got a couple of different tasks that we need to do. First of all, Jerry is working on irrigation yet again. It is his favorite pastime, if you did not know, is to work on broken irrigation. And then we are gonna find a shady spot and we are going to put together the obelisk from H. Potter that is going into the newly planted creek bed here at the signature garden. And I really don't know what else we're going to get into. There's no telling. So it is always an adventure here. So we're just going to have some fun together in the signature garden together today. Just kind of life doing out on camera. So what happened is we got some irrigation going on right here, right? And you can see that there's multiple different lines coming in through here. And so we had a little accident, and the sun is not cooperating with me at all. Had a little accident because when Jerry had to expose this irrigation, it left the, this is the freeze-proof, whatever it's called, water spigot exposed, and one of our peoples went to go turn on the water and it snapped down here at the bottom. So Jerry is fixing that. So he has been working on it, and so he is just getting everything in there together. Had to get the elbow, the fittings, all the things, and so now we can have water yet again here on the creek bank. And so, do you want me to hold that for you? You're good? Okay. So what he's doing is, like I said, he's got that on, so now he just has to let it dry, make sure it's all nice and straight. And he's got this green box, well, right there, that will go over.
Yeah, we got multiple cutoffs now.
Multiple cutoffs now, because what happened is when the faucet got broken, there was not a cutoff right there. And so water was flowing freely. And so I had to jog back to the house, find the main water line to here and turn it off, which is, I mean, it's not that far, but I mean, you know, it's not 10 feet away. So when that happened, he went ahead and was like, you know what, we need to do that. So went ahead and put a main cutoff. So if that ever happens again, we can easily just shut the water off right there, and he's got multiple cutoffs. So he is just gonna get everything packed back down in there. We've got that green box. That's where those little cylinders are, that's where they cover the valves and the shutoffs. So that makes it easy to access in there. So you can fill all this back up with soil again, and you leave the little green tops exposed, and then you can easily just pop those tops off and reach down in there and do what you need to do. So he also has some mortar mix that was left over from the front yard landscaping project. And so it's basically like essentially concrete, right? They're cousins to each other. And so he's going to get that around the pipe. So hopefully that won't ever happen again. So that is what he's doing. And there's always, always, always irrigation water issues. Are you gonna do that today?
No.
Yeah, well.
I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah. So he said we're gonna come fix the front yard together with him too. And I was like, oh, we're doing that today? So we told you about this, I don't know, a week or so ago, 2 weeks ago. So all of the irrigation in the front yard for the lawn is going to have to be completely redone. So it has to be rewired, new solenoids, new sprinkler heads, all the things are having to get replaced, because if you remember when we had our well go out a month, 6 weeks ago, whatever it was, when the lightning hit the well, it also took out the irrigation wiring. We didn't know it at the time, and so Jerry has problem solved and done all the things, and I mean, worked on this and has driven himself crazy trying to figure this out. And so at the end of the day, we're just going to rewire the whole thing. So
Rewire and re-solenoids.
Yes, right. Rewire, new solenoids on the valves, all of that. We are not going to do that today because it is Thursday. Tonight is date night and it is already mid-afternoon. So no, we're not starting that project today. Now, what you and I are going to go do is we're going to go find a shady spot first of all, but we are going to put together the obelisk from H. Potter. So this is what it currently looks like. Yes, it is in the box and it has all of the pieces. Jackson helped me out and got me the ratchet and everything that I need, the appropriate size. So we are going to put together this beautiful garden obelisk and we are going to get it installed into the garden over here. So, like I said, we're gonna go shoot to the back of the signature garden because it's nice and shady over there. I'm gonna gather up all my stuff and I'll see you there in just a second. All right, my friends, so I have found a lovely shaded area here in the back of the signature garden, and I have gotten all of my pieces unboxed and unwrapped. It literally is the hardest part of this entire job, is to get the pieces unwrapped, because they do such a great job at H. Potter packaging and making sure that all of your pieces are nice and secure. So figuring out the sticky saran wrap situation, once you figure it out, you are good to go. Okay, so what we have is this, like I said, this is a gorgeous obelisk. This is not my first piece from H. Potter. I already have one obelisk, then I have a trellis, I have multiple hanging baskets from them. But this is the, I will put the official name, but it's the number 667 trellis. And so trellis, obelisk, I think they call it both the same thing. And just amazing quality from our friends at H. Potter. So in the box, they give you everything you need minus, I think they recommend like maybe a mallet and then like a ratchet set. So Jackson got me all hooked up and I have all the necessary tools that I need. They do recommend using 2 people. I'm gonna try it solo. We're gonna see how that goes. If I need some help, I will grab some help. But what these are made from are heavy duty iron, and they've been powder coated in a charcoal brown, and then they have this faux black finish, right? And then that clear protective sealer on it. They do recommend that like once a year you do like touch up the protective seal on your whatever the hardware is that you have, whether it's a trellis or an obelisk or what have you. And if you want to paint a different color, then you can do that. But I'm going to try to show you up close here. So you can see on this smaller piece, so it has that kind of that brown and that black in there together. I just think it's really attractive. So I personally am not going to, you know, worry about trying to repaint this, because if I were going to paint it, I would maybe paint it a solid black, and my gosh, there's no point in doing that. So what I am going to do is attempt this by myself. And the reason is you need 2 people is because you need to hold like, you need 4 hands at some points. So they got great instructions. So we are just going to put this baby together, and then I probably will need some help to take it back over and install it in the garden. But yeah, just gonna have some fun sitting here in the shade. Lovely October afternoon, just hanging out in the garden, putting together some beautiful garden art. All right, my friends, so got it put together. And yes, I would recommend if you have 2 people, use 2 people to put it together. Yes, the hands are nice, but also Jenny's brain is not firing all together today. So it is a good thing that my husband's brain is very inclined to situations like this. So we got it put together, no problem. As you can see, it is nice and tall. It is very well sturdy and put together because my gosh, there are bolts in every level on 4 each side. So you can't attach it. They give you these lovely stakes, very nice heavy duty stakes that we will then drive into the ground to attach it down to the ground. So we are going to go ahead and take this and put it over into the creek bank bed with some of the Rise Up Amberness roses. But I would highly encourage you. It just makes sense, y'all. If you know that you have a garden structure that you want to add to your garden, go ahead and do it now. Put it on your Christmas wish list, right? Because don't wait until the hustle and bustle of spring, because I don't know about you, but our springs are absolutely crazy. So I like being able to do this in the fall when things are a little bit slower. Go ahead and get it installed. Go ahead and get it put together. Put it in the garden. That way when spring comes and you are ready to either plant some new plants or whatever the case may be, you will be good to go. So of course you can get this and then all sorts of other fun goodies over at H Potter on their website. So make sure you go check them out. So we are going to pick this up and take it on over to the signature garden. It is not heavy, but I would recommend 2 people because it is nice and big. So we're gonna get this baby installed. Alrighty, there she is. It is a beautiful statement here in the garden and lovely, just a nice presence, brings a whole different structure to this bed, really even to this garden, because we do not have any kind of structure like this in the garden. Now I know that it might be hard to see right now because the full sun, she is in all of her glory right now, shining down on this flower bed. But stay tuned because Jerry's gonna have the drone, and so you'll be able to see it in maybe a little bit of a better light. So I believe this one is a total of 8 feet tall. The Rise Up Amberness is going to be up to like 5 feet tall. So it'll come to about probably right there, and then you'll have all of that up top. Now, here we do have 3 of the Rise Up Ambernesses. So there's 1 in the obelisk and then there's 1 on each side. So as they grow, like this guy, so what we can do is just kind of come in here ever so gently and carefully and just tuck them under like that and tuck it into the obelisk. Because the Rise Up Amberness, it can be either that mini climber or it can be a shrub rose. So maybe we kind of keep things tamed down over here and let it grow this way. I don't know, we'll just see with it. But we had these 3 gorgeous roses, and so we are going to absolutely make it work with this fun obelisk from H Potter. So if you are interested, of course, you can head over to their website, check out all that fun stuff. Again, makes great Christmas presents. Was not hard to put together, but you know what? The directions are probably right. It probably is better to have two people with 4 hands than it is just 1 person. 1 person could absolutely put it together, but yeah, and actually it's not heavy to bring it over, so I carried it most of the way because Jerry was carrying the cameras and stuff, and then we brought it over together. Having the rose already in the ground, it did help to have that 3rd person, because Cece was here with us, and so she was kind of managing the rose while we were lifting it and putting it in place. And so they also, like I said, come with those big spikes. This ground is, as you know, we've been working in this bed and mending this and fluffing it up, so the ground was really soft, so it was able to get those stakes in relatively easy. There was just one on the back that didn't quite go down. So what we'll do is get that mallet that they recommend that you have and go ahead and punch them down all the way down into the ground. But yeah, so much fun. So remember, in your garden, we're looking for colors and textures and heights, and it doesn't only have to come from plants. You can also absolutely have it from structures and yard art and those kinds of things as well. So Jerry got all the irrigation hooked up. In fact, he also came on over down here to the corner of the nook where we planted the Incredible hedge, and he got that section hooked up as well. But so we have had, of course, you know, when we were doing all the irrigation work, he had this box in here installed, but he went ahead and then added the spigot valve to it. And so we have, of course, the hose right here because it has stopped raining. We might get some rain this weekend, maybe. And so, of course, we have all the Incredibles we just planted, the camellias we just planted, and then in the back we have the fluffies and the Incredible Stormproofs. So this is a 175-foot hose, and so we were able to water everything. So everything has got some good water, and we're leaving it right there so that way we can keep watering these until the rains begin, because you don't want to go to all this work, time, energy, effort, money, resources for these babies to die because they don't get any rain. So that is why we are watering them. At some point, because that water line right there, that is a main water line, we absolutely can tie into that. If we want to put drip irrigation around here, we certainly can do that. We're just going to kind of play it by ear and see how things go. So as always, we hope you have found this fun, informative, inspirational. Y'all have an amazing day. We will see you in the next video. Bye, friends.